Alright, so what's up, folks? It's your boy Public in the building. How you guys been doing? So I'm giving you guys another match with my Sylvans versus Gishkis. Now, Gishkis, they're a really dangerous deck. Wow, really, McAfee? Really, 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 really? But getting back to that, yeah, Gishkis are a really dangerous deck. I mean, this deck is known for doing like heavy hits with like Zell Gigas, attack tat, overland to Gustav match GG. It's a very dangerous deck. Um the thing what makes Gishki's powerful is that when you get Zell Gigas' effect to go off. Because Zell Gigas' effect doesn't target. So and because it doesn't target, it's hard to counter. So like when you're trying to like when you're going against Zell Gigas and he activates the effect, you have to finish hitting him on the spot. Don't wait for him to target anything. Just don't do it because that's when you get punished for it. And then, and the guy did a really good combo. He put me in a really bad situation where that if you don't have this, you're gonna lose like this. And fortunately, since I had no answers to that, I was hoping P-Keep would do something, but I couldn't do anything about it. So we'll go to game two. All right, so we got game two. So game two, I opened okay. I mean, it could have been better because I needed the lone fire. That's all you need. You need lone fire and another card. And another thing, I'm gonna start trying to test now, as in tactic wise, is that this is what I'm gonna start doing now. I'm gonna start trying to lower down my escapades. So like I'm gonna try to see if I can win without reduce. Well, I'm gonna win without trying to do the guest excavations because seeing how when you do guest excavations you get the wrong cards at the wrong time. So I'm gonna start trying to do smart excavations, not any random excavations, even though it might cost me the game or not. But or like you should only random excavate when you're in a bad situation. So unless it's tree where you're getting a plus from, that's when you should only do the smart excavations. But because I didn't have any smart excavations, that's why I lost game one. So I take note of what the Yeezy guy played. I mean, he plays Reckless Greed. So now for now, since I know I won this match, going into game three, I'm gonna know that I shouldn't I shouldn't be so defensive. I just need to just go in. Because if I go in against a Geesey player, you can't do much. So he had to his power duality and he realized that he can't special summon, so he scoops it up from there. So let's go to game three. So entering game three, I opened the worst possible hand to imagine. So what can I do in this situation? I don't know. I mean, I had a blast pop, put the Hermitry to the grave, and see what my opponent will have for me. So as you go Abyss, he's gonna get out his boss monster out in a few seconds. Zelgius. Now in my head, I'm just hoping he doesn't draw any Geesky monsters to ruin my back row, even though my back row is terrible. But then again, he had drew into the Reckless Greed, which was another card that I did not want that to happen because again he's getting free cards. And my first mistake was that I should just went for the P's. Okay, you see, at least if I would have went for the P's, I could have had a smart excavation, and I could have just brought it out, and then I could just super nutrient, and then I could have just went off from there. But because I didn't do that, and I got greedy, I lost my normal summon, and now I'm forced to do this terrible play with no cards in my hand, and even though I had gained leaf player to my hand, leaf player is ass. Yes, I said it's ass. The card should have been better. Well, it's terrible in depth, but still. So putting the Zelda is best of the deck. Hope I hope that it's kind of solved my problem, but it didn't. Because, I should have just tried to I should have put the card on top of the deck. Because I'd rather have him top deck his Zelgigas. And then, instead of, drawing another card to, add Zelgigas right back to the hand. So, because of that, he unfortunately gets the Gishki monster to put back my XYZ. So I'm like, damn. So I'm in a really bad situation right here because now I had to hope I top deck something. And in this deck, I sat in Dark Hole. Yes, I sat Dark Hole. Why? Because for certain matchups, like when you have like a big field and stuff like that, you don't want to have like a good field and then next thing you have a Dark Hole. But then again, he seals the deal, causes me a loss in a match. And it was a good game, no matter what. But then again, consistency is a really big issue with this deck. And when I say, when you guys ask me for deck lists, I cry like, yo, I can't give you guys deck lists until I have this deck, consistency things fixed. That's why I do testing. That's why I give you guys videos. So I'm gonna start posting. I'm gonna post all the testing. So I'm gonna have you guys a bonus video. See you guys in 3. Alright, what's up, folks? So this is to be a bonus game right here. This is my 42 card Ghost Tricks as usual. I will be keeping up with the series of matches of Sylvans and bonus games of Ghost Tricks. So let's take a look at this match. So our opponent has a pretty good hand, really does. But unfortunately, this hand is only good for mid game and requires a lot of setup. So he activates an early Mirror Force to prevent Stein from getting scared. That gets into Stein scared. That's the best setup ever. I don't know why would you run this card? Each time, well, I mean, I see why. I mean, it's evil, but still. So, and then again right here, he makes a misplay because when you target like Necrogarner, you can chain Necrogarner if I'm correct. So I have Cat Girl. I'm getting Ghost Trick Knight, and now I have one of the most powerful setups in the deck, which is Knight Cat, Knight Cat, Knight Cat. Yeah, Knight Cat. But because I was not paying attention, I could have saved Lantern in my hand, but since I was forced to burn it because of Honest, it was fine no matter what, because you'll see what happens. This card right here is about to go in. It's about to go in real good. So I'm gonna go get Joshi. I'm gonna get Skeleton because that's like one of my other win conditions. Because like when you have Ghost Trick Parade out on the field, you can't do any damage. So you use Skeleton to start milling the top cards out of your opponent's deck to piss them off. And then right here, this is where the combo starts off. Well, not combo, but the trolling begins, where Robbin Gobin takes an entire hand because old school cards are like the most. They're the most busted cards in the game. They are. So I just took away triple JD, Diablos, and he's caught into the Ghost Trick Knight and Catgirl lock. And what can you do about that? So this will be the bonus game. Don't get discouraged about me losing. It happens. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's just consistency. And like I said before, like when I say that when you guys ask me for deck profiles and stuff like that, I gotta tell you guys like this. I will still be working on this. I will be working on the deck for Sylvans, and I will be working on Ghost Tricks as well. So this is your boy Public out. You guys stay cool while I'm in Florida staying hot. Ciao.